Holy Father, hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. So good to see you.
Welcome.
A couple of things. First of all, this is a letter from the President and First Lady inviting you to come to the many things to do. But wanted to make sure I gave that letter.
At some point, yeah.
Of course, of course. So this, of course, is Chicago Bears jersey.
Good choice.
With your name.
Very
And hopefully he
They
just...
tried to sign it with a pattern, but they got a little nervous.
They apparently
Oh, I see.
did not
Okay.
succeed, yeah. So I guess there's our kid right there, Ewan.
Okay.
You can probably imagine, in the United States, people are extremely excited about you and about your
Okay, thank you very much. The individual bronze sculpture, the piece is a fragile flower, and we can be partners. Try once, which Pope Francis did not live in, and
Sure.
I may live in. It's
Okay.
not totally designed, but
that's wonderful.
Which is right upstairs from here.
I'm thrilled to see that. Thank
Copy
you.
for you, and then this is just a letter explaining the sculpture.
I see. Great.
Great. And there's one of these for the secretary also.
Okay, wonderful. Goodbye. Thank you, and we'll pray for you.
Thank you for being here for the celebration.
Yes.
I'm sure we will meet again and be in contact.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
Thank you.
Very nice
Thank
to
you
meet
very
you.
much.
Take care.
This new Pope, I've got to say, I like him already. Pope Leo was inaugurated yesterday in St. Peter's in Rome in front of 200,000 people who were there, millions watching, of course, and with politicians from around the world watching on. And he got a special hug from his brother, flown in from America. I like the way they're so close, those two. And I thought some people reveal themselves perhaps too much in the way they later congratulated the Pope personally, like our Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, exploited his Catholic upbringing, as you know, a lot during the campaign, despite not being a believer. And here's what he later said he told the Pope in their meeting that Albanese's mother would be proud of Albo.
My mother would be, is I'm sure looking down from heaven with the biggest smile she's ever had. The fact that her son was at the inaugural mass of a pope in the Vatican.
Excuse me, Prime Minister, but the inauguration of the Pope isn't all about you. But US Vice President JD Vance, he got a cold reception from the Pope. And that's, of course, after the Pope some time back corrected Vance on X when Vance ridiculously suggested the Bible told us to love our own more than we love our neighbours and to love our neighbours more than we love strangers. I suspect the Pope also hated the way Vance and Trump bullied Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky at the White House because the Pope then gave a private audience to Zelensky, but not to Vance.
Thank you for your patience waiting as I had to greet all of the delegations.
But Zelensky, all class, did shake the hands of Vance and his wife at the ceremony. And Albanese also met Zelensky later and claimed we'd finally loaded onto a ship the first lot of the 49 old Abrams tanks that we promised to send Ukraine 7 months ago. Joining me is the country's top foreign affairs writer, Greg Sheridan of The Australian. Greg, great to see you. What did you read into all those hints? I thought it's fascinating when you chuck all these people together at a disparate kind of, a vague kind of event. They're not sure what they're supposed to do, and read their interactions.
Well, Andrew, it's great to be with you. And look, I'm tremendously encouraged by Pope Leo XIV. We've got to take some time to see how he performs, but everything about him so far is good. He's calm, he's measured, he exudes spiritual devotion and common sense. He spoke first about God, not about politics. His statements about the family and about the sanctity of life have been wonderful. I think there's a modesty to the man, but he understands the gravity of his office, so he doesn't make loose statements or say silly things. We've got to see how he performs. I mean, this is the loneliest job in the world and perhaps the job with the greatest pressure. But I'm tremendously encouraged by Leo XIV. Who would ever have thought the cardinals, all of them appointed by Francis, or most of them, would choose an American? But they chose the right person. And he may come to, express some political views I don't agree with, I don't know. But I think the Church has been wise to use the election of the Pope and the First Mass and everything as wonderful opportunities of evangelisation, and the message he's wanted to broadcast is the message of Christ's love more than the message of the institutional church or, the dangers of climate change or anything like that. I think he's an even-tempered, wise, good man, and, I hope he has a long and wonderful reign.